hold on.
Reflecting back on my own math history, I was one of those students who never had any struggles with math. Math was always my favorite subject, and the concepts seemed to build upon each other and click effortlessly, as they should. During our tutoring time with the Johnston fourth graders, I saw that not all students were as optimistic about math as I had been. Teaching math was a lot more challenging and difficult than I was anticipating it to be, because I had only ever seen the fun, easy, and bright side of math. I never saw the struggles or the mounting frustrations when a concept wasn't making sense. My students helped me understand better how to teach in more diverse and accepting ways. As a teacher, you have to be anticipating and ready to explain the concept in a variation of ways, because the way you teach may not resonate with all your learners. My students also taught me that they can teach and help one another. After being in the field and seeing these students in action, I understand and have adopted parts of Piaget and Vygotsky's constructivist type theories. Letting your students explore and construct their own knowledge is so much more beneficial and impactful to their learning. Providing meaningful opportunities for them to work together and be able to work through concepts and ideas is huge. I have learned the importance and significance of having a strong emphasis on vocabulary. If the students don't know how to talk about what they are doing, how can the teacher know where certain difficulties stem from? If the students have a strong vocabulary basis, then that will also get them using academic language when either working with one another or having to write about their work. Before this field placement, I had a harder time understanding the importance of giving up control as the teacher. I like to be the one who has the control, but I have learned that that is not always the best scenario for my students. Many times, Amanda and I would have a plan in mind, and our students would steer us in another direction. And, crazy enough, those ended up being some of our best lessons because we listened to what our students needed and were not overwhelmed from being thrown off of our course. I have also learned the value of having a co-teacher to think ideas and procedures through with. Two minds are definitely better than one, and our lessons were stronger because we collaborated constantly throughout. When I am a teacher, I hope I will be able to utilize other teachers because I believe there is strength and power in numbers. I also feel that it is so important to keep mathematics relevant, meaningful, and useful for students. It was very obvious when our students couldn't see how they would apply a concept in the real world because they would be less inclined to listen and to learn. Showing the students that there is math outside of the classroom is a lesson that now holds so much prominence in my philosophy. To sum up, my philosophy of teaching mathematics has matured in ways that take the power and control out of my hands and put the control of learning into the students' hands. My future classroom will be student-centered with constant support and guidance. Students need to be allowed the freedom and flexibility to discover the world of math and construct their own knowledge. Thanks for listening.
And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone, 'cause I'm